living next to a mischievous neighbor. When I moved into the small, quiet neighborhood, I believed I was starting a new chapter of peace. After years of noise, deadlines, and crowded streets, I wanted calm mornings and silent evenings. The street seemed perfect: clean sidewalks, polite greetings, and the comforting rhythm of ordinary life. That illusion shattered the moment I met my neighbor. His name was Albert, and from the very beginning, something about him felt unpredictable. He was always smiling, always watching, always appearing at the wrong moment. On my second morning, I found my mailbox stuffed with old newspapers. On the third, my doorbell rang just after midnight. By the end of the week, my garden tools had mysteriously changed places. At first, I tried to laugh it off. It's just a prank, I told myself. But the jokes kept coming. My trash bins were moved into the middle of the street. My fence gate was tied shut with rope. Once, I even found my name written in chalk across the pavement with a childish drawing. Beside it, the neighbors whispered, "That's Albert," they said. "He's always been like that." Double quotes. No one explained why. My frustration slowly turned into anger. I worked long hours, and the last thing I needed was constant irritation waiting for me. At home, one afternoon, I finally confronted him. He leaned against his fence, smiling as if I had told him a joke. "Life is boring without surprises," he said lightly. "Not when you're the only one." Laughing, I replied. For a few days, the pranks stopped. I thought maybe the problem was solved, but then came the morning. That broke my patience completely. I woke up to find my small garden destroyed, flowers uprooted, pots cracked, soil scattered. Everywhere, my heart sank. Gardening had been my escape, my quiet therapy after difficult days. Seeing it ruined felt personal. I didn't knock on his door. I avoided him. I avoided everyone. I let bitterness settle into my routine. Then, one evening, the sky darkened earlier than usual. Thick clouds rolled in, and the air grew heavy. A violent storm followed, strong winds pouring, rain and sudden power cuts. In the confusion, I forgot to close my front gate. When the storm calmed, fear struck me like lightning. My dog was gone. I searched in the rain-soaked streets, calling his name until my voice broke. Every shadow looked like danger. Every passing minute felt heavier than the last. Panic swallowed my anger, my pride, everything. That was when I saw a faint light near the abandoned shed at the end of the street. It was Albert. He was drenched, muddy, and kneeling beside my dog, holding him close to keep him warm. When he saw me, he didn't joke. He didn't smile. He simply handed my dog back with relief in his eyes. "I heard him barking," he said softly. "I couldn't leave him." That night, We sat on my porch as the rain slowly faded. For the first time, Albert spoke without humor. He told me about his past, how he had lost his family, how loneliness followed him like a shadow, and how jokes became his armor. Mischief was the only way he knew how to feel visible. I never wanted to hurt anyone, he said. I just didn't want to disappear. Double quotes. From that moment on, everything changed. Albert stopped playing tricks. Instead, he fixed broken fences, helped carry groceries, and greeted people with sincerity instead of sarcasm. Slowly, the neighborhood softened. People who once avoided him began to trust him. One afternoon, I noticed him, replanting flowers in my garden, quietly, carefully. He didn't say the word. He didn't need to. Months passed, and peace, finally, returned. Not the silence I had wanted, but something better. A peace built on understanding. I looked at my rebuilt garden, my sleeping dog, and the calm street around us. Living next to a mischievous neighbor taught me that the loudest trouble often hides the deepest loneliness, and that compassion has the power to change not just one person, but an entire community. Synonyms: mischievous equals playful, impish, roguish, prankish. Lonely equals isolated, desolate, withdrawn. Solitary, surprising equals startling, unexpected, astonishing. Bewildering. Remorseful equals contrite, penitent. Regretful, apologetic. Aspiration, indignation. Relief equals reassurance, comfort. Serenity.com. Fear equals trepidation, panic, anxiety. Dread. Joy equals delight, elation, exhilaration, contentment. Empathy equals compassion, understanding, kindness, sympathy. Rain equals pouring, drenching, torrential, cascading. Street equals cobblestone path, quiet. Lane, suburban street, winding road. Night equals dusk. Twilight, gloaming. Shadowed evening, storm equals tempest. Downpour, squall, violent gusts. Life is too serious. Someone has to make it interesting. The loudest trouble often hides the deepest loneliness. Mischief was the only way. He knew how to feel visible. Subscribe and enjoy more stories.